There's a lot of ways to think about art. We often think about it as a painting or a piece of music, maybe even the written word. But how often do we think about the art of television? Well, there's a group of people in the building behind me that are writing their own sitcom. And the way they're approaching it is turning the world of sitcom upside down.
This is just a box top from a Lucky Charms box with my name written on the back.
Meet Anthony Ramirez. Raised on a steady diet of sitcoms, Friends, Will and Grace, 30 Rock, The Mindy Project, in these shows he found a sense of community and joy.
I grew up loving it so much to see it and obsessing with how these shows came to be and what the technical aspects of them were. But beyond that side of it, really, really falling in love with the craft of writing a story and of writing a joke.
But are you going to be there?
And how?
Yeah.
No, Ethan. I'll be in heaven with Jesus and Charlton Heston.
Life proved to also have a darker side. He witnessed the death of his grandmother, to whom he was very close, and then while still grieving that loss, Anthony was raped. Ramirez continued to function, but without the joy and passion he had before. But it was the memory of his grandmother and her strength that inspired him to begin work on an autobiographical sitcom.
I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do something about this now, but I'm going to do it my way. We have a way of dealing with an issue that isn't funny, but making sure people know that there are still sweet spots to life afterward and in between and before.
And to tell this story, Anthony surrounded himself with a talented, diverse group of writers and actors. Meet co-executive producer, writer, and actor, everyone here wears many hats, Wendy Taylor.
I believe in the story. I believe in the characters. I believe that it's relevant and current, and something that a lot of people can relate to. Houston is one of the most diverse cities in the United States. It is full of every color, gender, sexual orientation, culture, everything. And we would like to show all of that.
With the cast assembled, Anthony and company took to the stage last September for a reading of the first 5 episodes of The Anthony Project.
I love seeing people take my art and do something great with it, but in the meantime, I'm very happy with where we are and who's been a part of this team. I love them.
As scripts continue to evolve, test scenes are shot, and investors are sought, one thing remains the same: Anthony's original message and mission for his art.
Bad things happen, and you can't stop doing what you're doing just because a bad thing happened. And when it comes down to the craft of that and to creating something that I think is, in my opinion, now I might be a little biased, is truly very beautiful, it's not just because we're telling the story of somebody who was raped, we're telling the story of somebody who was raped and who's trying to find themselves afterward. And that's, even if it's not rape or sexual assault, that's something that everybody can relate to with when bad things happen. And to me, that's why we have art.
For Houston Public Media, I'm Ernie Manouse.